Okay. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Sydney. How are you?
I'm
Nice.
good.
Thank you for asking.
Thank you for your time today.
Sweet.
I really loved the film, and we loved your role in the film because we got to see you doing what we call being one of our top action movie heroes. So we've officially put you in that category. So I really love seeing you, what you do best. But can you tell us and tell our audiences, for someone who's done roles like this, Gladiator, Furious 7, and so many, where you're really putting your mind and your body, into these action films, how do you continue to show up and show out every day in such a way that you do?
Well, I wow. It's listen. I mean, when you work with people like Matthew Vaughn, and so blessed to be in their company and see the way they approach the work and the dedication with it and all that. I mean, a part of it also when from the days that I've started doing, I did Gladiator on, forward to now. I've sort of like realized that my place is always in a sort of like a condition, sort of like a man,
Okay.
and I would always have to be somewhat conditioned for and apt for the job. You see what I mean? And so I myself on my private time, I stay very conditioned and, and also mentally. Because it takes quite a bit of work to bring all that to a vision that you would all enjoy and you know yeah.
Definitely. And what you said with your mind also, when I talk to other actors such as Monumental as yourself, they definitely mention that it's also a mental thing. You also have to take care of your mental and not just your physical. Would you agree with that?
Oh, for sure, it's inevitable that you care for the mental, because the mental is the instrument that do all the interpretations that you come to play, the characters you come to play, and the mental ought to be stable. If not, it would like a bit of a foundation here and there.
Right, right.
You would be,
Your me-
I don't think, yeah.
Definitely. Your mental is where it starts. So
Yes.
without giving up too much away, I think we all know the most shocking point in this film. And that leads to my next question, which I love the feeling and the message of fatherhood in this film. And I know you're a father yourself. I feel like that was so important, and especially like around the holidays, it kind of gives an action movie that feel good feel. As a father yourself, can you touch upon the theme of fatherhood and taking care of those you love that's in this film?
I think it's our inherited obligation when we bring another being to into this life experience to care for and to give our 110%. And that said, I mean, when you look at this, in our story, the emotional drama that plays out with the Duke of Oxford and his son, and Shola experiencing a bit of that drama early on. And I think that really sort of like what brought us really, somewhat, close together to be collaborating and to be sort of like a chaperone, later on for the Duke of Oxford. And so I think that it's beautiful to see that emotional, you know, yeah.
That connection that's there. Yeah. Just to wrap, you actually kind of led me into my next question. The thing that I like, I'm a big action movie and I'm action content and action TV fan. But what I loved about this film was what you said. It actually brought like the emotional side of these men, of these powerful men, both your character and the Duke of Alex. So it's really kind of it's for audiences, it's a bit of a win-win where we get action and emotion. So how are you guys able to like encompass both of those?
not only we had the action, we had the emotional roller coaster throughout the film, but you also have a revisionist, history, sort
Yes.
of like a look back on history, a time where most of us didn't know what was going on back then, and to sort of see, relatives quarrel, in Europe, and that led to the detriment of so many. It's good to see and to revisit history in this, in essence, to not repeat, not to repeat yourself and going forward, and certainly hoping that the next generation doesn't repeat what was done before. So we can, it's nice to see that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's full. It's a movie that's full, and then that's quite apropos for the holidays, for Christmas and for family of all ages. And so it's wonderful. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely well-rounded. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really enjoyed the film and keeping one of our favorite action heroes.
Yes. Thank you
All right,
much.
take care. Have a good